Hey there, Aries, Aries Rising, and Aries Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope energy for the week starting November 13th, 2017. And yes, I'm in a new place, and it's really, really awesome. We're in setup stages when it comes to this office though, so you're going to hear some echoes. Lighting is not set up. I haven't got all the bells and whistles ready yet. But I didn't want to be late on these horoscopes, so I want to let you all know we are online and ready to go. And if you ever want to get a session with me, you can just go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So, what is going on with your astrology this week? Well, it looks like it's all about Venus this week, and on Monday we do have Venus in Scorpio in your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, and intimacy, forming a gorgeous conjunction with Jupiter in this area as well. And we have a wonderful opportunity for you to be attracting a lot of special favors this week, whether they're special financial favors, people paying you back. You may be finding out that you're qualifying for maybe a higher loan, a venture capital opportunity. This can also be a wonderful opportunity for intimacy if you are looking to attract perhaps a new intimate partner, or perhaps to actually, set up a new trend with a current intimate partner. This is a wonderful aspect to have. It's a lot of fun. Venus and Jupiter together, it's all about the recreation. On Thursday, we've got Venus in the very same area, your 8th house of shared resources and passive income, forming a very harmonious trine aspect to Neptune, which is currently retrograde in your 12th house of your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone. And there may actually be unexpected news about something meant for you that you are actually going to be very happy to collect in the couple of days following. Whether this is, again, something possibly owed to you, perhaps a piece of property, or something that you used to own that you can go collect. We could be inheriting some kind of gift from our past. Either way, this is a week full of little gifts. So what's going on with your astrology? I'm going to say your cards. We just did the astrology. See, I'm just like all over the place. Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Spirit. And the Spirit is kind of interesting because the Spirit talks about unseen forces watching over you. So this is definitely going to be a week where you are noticing a lot more kind of happening out of the blue, again, in your favor. When we talk about the Spirit, it does talk about things kind of giving handouts. And you know me, I don't talk about the universe giving handouts like ever. When it comes to the Spirit card, usually we do see a situation where if something comes up out of the blue, it seems unprecedented, it doesn't seem to follow an order of operations, it's totally random. It's definitely wise to accept that when you have this card. Obviously, use common sense, but the Spirit card is saying that this is a week where we have a lot of third parties acting on your behalf, whether they are in the realm of spirit or they are actually compelled to. They could just be people, doing the I don't know why I'm doing this, I don't know why I'm saying this, but here you go kind of energy. Usually with this card as well, when we talk about unseen spirits watching over you, be prepared for doors to open and doors to close almost instantaneously after one another. And you are seeing more automatic shifts. It's kind of like paving a road. There are going to be a lot more signals this week. So even if there is some good news, there may be, something going away, or if there's some bad news, there's something good coming in. It's an instantaneous replacement, but the thing is, you have to pay attention. This is happening automatically. This isn't really something that, again, it's not going to be led into. You might not have this broadcast ahead of time. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we've got the 9 of Pentacles reversed. This week is kind of a different week when it comes to money. Even though we've got a lot of good stuff coming outside the realm of hourly and salary income and employment and things like that, the 9 of Pentacles reversed can indicate, some of y'all need to pay attention to either some issues going on at work where people are trying to get more for much less than they should be getting. This can be a situation where, maybe you're applying for a new job and you could get the job, but the offer they're making is beyond acceptable low ball. Or with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, this could be a client or a coworker or a teammate, kind of, going off into their own, in their own interests where, they're kind of trying to, again, skim or get as much as they can with less compensation. The Nine of Pentacles reversed, however, is a warning about making sure that you understand that this is not how it has to be. This person is not drawing the line there, and that's kind of a point of encouragement. Usually with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, we want to make sure that we do challenge people. We do challenge the offers or challenge the cheapskates when it comes to this week, because you may be finding out that they're trying to get you to think that's all they can do. But that's wrong. For your your communications with air, we do have the Two of Swords upright. And it looks like this week there may be something strange kind of going on when it comes to friends or family members. The Two of Swords is indicating that you're having a hard time picking sides in an issue between a friend and a family member, or maybe it's two relatives or two friends, or maybe it's a spouse and an in-law kind of situation. And the Two of Swords can indicate a need to pay attention to where taking a platform of neutrality is the right idea. Now, this might not necessarily mean that somebody's not right and somebody's not wrong, but what this can indicate is that we need to be able to let other adults figure it out. This may be a situation where, you've kind of always been the one who's always solved it. You've always been the peacekeeper. This week, I think that you need to leave these people to their own devices. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Ten of Wands reversed. Not a bad challenge at all. Again, it's basically all about making sure that you're not doing things that are not your obligation, that are not your tools. Your challenge this week with the Ten of Wands reversed may be unburdening yourself of something that somebody promised for you or volunteered for you, whether it's maybe something that was kind of hoisted on you by a relative or by a friend, or something that you've been sort of taking care of that you don't need to take care of anymore, something you've been paying for that you don't need to pay for anymore. The Ten of Wands reversed is that, you're going to have an out this week. You have an out coming. You're going to have an opportunity to pass it off. You may be worried about maybe, displeasing somebody or somebody disapproving of a choice for you to make your escape, but I think that you should take it anyway. For your emotions with water in your romantic life, we do have the Ten of Swords upright. Now, of course, I am going to draw more cards because I always do when I get these hardcore ones, but with the Ten of Swords, this does indicate a harsh end to a harsh situation, okay? It's an abrupt punctuation. And the Ten of Swords can indicate something falling apart in this area of your life when it happens around relationships, etc. Now, does that mean we're all going to break up? No, it doesn't really, have to be that. What this could indicate, however, is that with the Ten of Swords, we could be getting some news that actually makes us decide we're not going to go out with that person anymore that we've been dating. Or we have decided, maybe we're in a situation where it's not happening to us, but it's happening to our spouse. We may be hearing about something going on where they're leaving a difficult situation. Maybe they're heartbroken about losing a friend, or a big old fight, or, again, they've decided they have to quit their job. Looking at your extra cards here, we do have the Knight of Wands reversed as far as what is going. Okay, so it does look like a third party leaving. And the Knight of Wands reversed usually does show up here as possibly, again, somebody who's been close to the couple, or at least they were at some point in time, but they've worn out their welcome. And when I look at how you're going to feel, how your partner's going to feel, we do have the Five of Cups reversed. And this is actually not a bad thing to have, because this does talk about feeling like you're actually getting your energy back, getting your space back with your partner. The Five of Cups reversed can indicate recovery from loss as well, whether we're saving money just by not having this person in our space. We may be making, some of you, who are parents of adult children, maybe kicking one of your kids out because you want them to grow up. Some of you may be deciding it's time to let go, again, of a hobby or a group. Either way, you're going to be feeling a lot of relief. If you've ever had that sudden relief, from quitting a bad job, or dropping out of a bad class, or anything along those lines, you'll know what I'm talking about, because that's what's going to come, okay? So I hope you found this helpful, Aries. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.